Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Man, I just want to be serious with you all right now. You know, one thing about collecting, it's a job. It's a job that, you decide if you want to partake in or not. You know, you look at all the stuff and you look at the prices, you look at the availability, you look at stuff that go on pre-order and it's sold out in certain places, or, if it's exclusives, those are gone already. And you looking at it and you like, man, I don't really know what I want to do here. But I'm not saying this just to say it's all bad. Think about it. If this was a situation with kids collecting toys, bro, this shit would be over quick. Kids ain't gonna collect nothing they can't find. That's no fun in that. What's gonna happen is you're gonna get the people who can collect this stuff. This stuff is being targeted at adults. This stuff is being targeted at our nostalgia. It's being targeted at price points that kids can't even afford. Man, my parents wouldn't have bought me no damn $100 toy. What do they do that at? You know how much $100 was back in what, the 80s or 70s, man? You try that shit, man. They be looking at you like you retarded or something, man. I'm looking at it just like this. We still have love for these toys. A lot of the younger generation, they don't. And I don't blame them. They didn't grow up with this stuff. We grew up with it. And right now, we're trying to basically capitalize off a lot of the stuff that we grew up with and try to see where we can go with it. You got to look at it. Everything that we collect, man, it has value. I was talking about telling people to collect Pokemon cards again, along with sport cards. Why? Because, those things can still be found cheap. It's just, what we think. And my whole thing is there's a lot going on with that I'm really trying to push. But some of these pushes go a little further than what they should. And that's just the angle that I'm going at, man. I just want you all to pay attention to everything, man, and see how everything looks and how everything is going. Man, when you buy toys, man, you buy toys because you want to. You collect stuff because you want to. You collect Funko Pops, video games, comic books, action figures, die-cast cars, and, things like that because you want to. Because this is who you are as a person. Not because you have to. Collecting, again, is voluntary. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You don't even have to go to the store if you don't want to nowadays. So my biggest thing to you is pay attention to what you're doing. Enjoy it. You only live once, and I keep telling people, live your life to the fullest each day because you don't know what tomorrow may bring. You may not be here. Tomorrow you may be paralyzed. Tomorrow you may not be able to move a muscle. Tomorrow you just may not open your eyes. So my whole point is, you live today like it's your last each and every day. I try to live the most I can out of my day. People are, oh, you should sleep today. You should, if I could, I'd just sleep all day. I wouldn't. Hell, you found out you about to die in like what, a month, you wouldn't sleep at all. Because you gonna sleep forever. And you sitting there thinking, I don't want to sleep. That's how you should be feeling right now. I hear people saying that collecting toys is just, adolescent behavior. We should be collecting stuff like stocks and bonds, gold and silver. I'm going to tell you something. There's so many scams with gold and silver. They're selling fake gold and fake silver, and they've been showing videos of them selling this fake stuff. And my whole point is, you got to do your due diligence, man. Anything that you want to do, man. The stock market crash a lot, whereas the stocks go down, I'm not talking about it crashes all the time and nothing like that. But I'm saying certain stocks, man, they just bottom out, and you sitting there thinking to yourself, damn, I was up. I was doing really good. This is why I tell you, don't put all your eggs in one basket. People talking about, man, I'm going to just collect my video games because video games ain't going to do nothing but skyrocket. I'm going to collect Pokemon cards because they going to skyrocket. I'm going to keep collecting sports cards because they going to skyrocket. My action figures. Dude, this shit will bottom out just like any damn thing out. Remember the video game crash? You remember the toy crash? You remember the comic book crash? There's been crashes in all this shit. There was a Funko Pop crash. There's a crash in all of this. Remember back in the day, Beanie Babies was the biggest in the market because it took up a lot of the market. Just like Funko Pops take up a lot of the market when it comes to collectibles like action figures and stuff. They take up a lot of the market because there's so many people buying them. And you know what? That's a good thing. It means that the market is still healthy. And, people don't want to, contribute to anything saying that Funko Pops help, revive part of the, toy community, but it did. A lot of this stuff, man, a lot of these lines. Look at the Biker Mice from Mars. Look, by Nicelle. Look at that. Those figures were $30 a piece, man, and I couldn't even see $30 for the figures, man. Now they coming out with the bike. Remember, they got marked down at Walmart, along with sectors, and I'm just trying to figure this out, man. For the mom and pop stores who invested in these particular toy lines, what are they thinking? How are they feeling? That means you really have nothing. This is why I say a lot of people don't want to back things nowadays, because at the end of the day, you get screwed most of the time. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm saying make it make sense. Make all of this make sense. Because if we don't make it make sense, this shit ain't gonna be what we want it to be. We gotta keep pushing. And we gotta keep thinking. How are we gonna do this? Man. For the most part, I've just been thinking, we need to go ahead and see where we gonna go with all this. And like I said, keep collecting, but collect. 2025 so far has been a year of things being in the air. And I want you to pay attention to that because, with everything going up the way it is, I know I did videos in 2023 and 2024 about, stuff is rising, but so far shit is rising now. And, people are scared. They got us scared to fly. They got us scared to drive. They got us scared to do any damn thing. They got us scared to go outside. And see, nowadays, you got to really look past all that shit because, like I said, at the end of the day, you be scared of every damn thing. You be scared to go to the damn bathroom. And like I said, never let somebody get you to that point, man. Collecting's supposed to be fun, and it's still fun for me. But, every now and then I'm going to gripe and I'm going to throw, lemons at this and say, shit, this could have been better. That could have been better. Distribution and, allocations of, the stock in certain areas, it could have been greater. Areas where you do a lot of business with your product should have a lot of the damn product. Not places that don't sell the product should have all your product and you wonder why you can't sell this shit. They also saying that Hasbro is trying to leave like the action figure market and go somewhere else. Do they have any military contracts or anything like that? Is Hasbro, have anything to do with anything other? Because they can't go to board games. Nobody buying board games anymore. Who buying a damn board game? That was a thing back in the 70s and 80s when you played board games with your friend. You don't see kids playing no board games. You don't see nobody playing Monopoly or, I see people still playing Uno. I see people playing with decks of cards, yeah. But far as all that other stuff, Chutes and Ladders, Candyland, and, Sorry, Operation, I don't see none of that no more. Kids have stepped away from that. Think about it. You don't see kids in Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts anymore. You don't see that too much no more. That died out. It wasn't the fact that anything, there were a lot of scandals with a lot of stuff happening with the counselors and all that stuff, but that wasn't the reason they killed that. What honestly killed that? Life. Kids don't go outside too much no more. They stay in the house and play games. They don't want to be active like they used to be back in the 80s and 70s, man, where you just outside running. Even the 90s, people were running outside. Now they ain't doing that no more. Think about it. That don't have, appeal to a lot of people now. So that is what it is. But fam, thank you so much for watching. Again, this is not me knocking, toys, action figures, video games or whatever. It's just me saying your hobby has ups and downs, and you got to be along with it. Just like the wave of Pokemon cards are going up, the prices are going crazy. Remember during the pandemic, everything was going crazy, including video games. They were just, you couldn't get enough of selling video games because nobody had shit to do. Now you can't even sell a damn video game like you used to before. Even the greatest games that you got out there, nobody looking for. Just think about that. But to later, fam, thank you for watching. Peace out.